Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Dev, aka the Unknown Variable here, back at you with another commentary, and let's talk about the legality of the SM2 / Xlabs shutdown we've seen in the recent weeks regarding Activision. Now, if my last video taught me anything, it is that there's people that are on two sides of the fence, and we are extremely divided here in the Call of Duty community regarding these shutdowns of SM2 and Xlabs. You're either on one of two sides. You're either on the side that thinks Activision are complete scumbags for shutting down these old Call of Duty clients that provide safeguards to play the game safely in order for you to not get these rat exploits that can steal your personal information off of your computer, or you're on the side of saying, well, we can shut down these clients, Activision can shut down these clients because they have every right to, they spend millions of dollars developing these games, and you can't just steal people's assets because that is against the law. And through reading these comments, I kind of agree with the other people that say that this is illegal. Now, I myself am on the side of thinking that Activision are complete scumbags because these clients have been out for God knows how long and they haven't been shut down, and now all of a sudden Activision is starting to shut them down. But the people on the other side of the fence do have a point. It is illegal. Now I want to give you guys that are on that side of the fence a little bit of a, I guess, analogy for you. Now before I get into that, I'm just going to read the definition of false advertisement as it pertains to the law. So false advertisement is a crime. Yes, it's considered a crime to falsely advertise. It is illegal for a business of any type or size, solopreneur, small business, large corporation, which would be Activision, nonprofit, to purposely publish an ad that is false or contains untrue, misleading, or otherwise deceptive statements or claims. Now let's let that sink in there for a second. For the people that don't know, that are on the side of the fence that say that Activision has every legal right to shut these down, if you're unaware, and I tried to get this across in my comments of the last video, but if you're unaware, as Call of Duty stands right now, the old school Call of Duty games, as they stand right now on PC, if you download the Steam version of any game like Call of Duty Ghosts, Black Ops 2, Modern Warfare 3, Black Ops 3, all of these different, old school Call of Duty games, I guess you could say, these games have a thing called a rat exploit, and it basically allows you to exploit through the game code and access files on people's computers, contact information, sensitive information. So if you have any autofill tabs, etc., with credit card information, hackers can steal that and also DDoS your router, all of that stuff, because it's peer-to-peer, and it's something involving the game code to my understanding. This is yet to be fixed, and if you play these games, the vanilla versions on Steam, buy them and don't use these third-party clients, you can actually be exposed to these risks because you're playing some dude named Johnny Plumber 69 on the other team. He gets mad that you beat him in a Call of Duty game, so he decides, well, I'm going to go on my computer and, exploit the game code and send a bunch of malware to your system, steal your credit card information, buy some Amazon Prime, whatever the hell. And he just decides, I don't like you, so we're going to do that because this is an exploit that hasn't been fixed. Now, going back to the false advertisement argument, Activision themselves are kind of in a, I guess, bind, you could say here, because people that pay full price for these games are still full price on Steam. And the people that do pay full price for these games are going to be playing a game with known exploits, and maybe some people are unaware of these and go in and get exploited, and then all of a sudden they're going through all this credit card fraud, etc. But anyways, that's not the point. I'm going to give an analogy for you guys, right? Let's say you go to buy a used car. You go to the used car sales lot, you want to buy a car, you don't have enough for a new one, so you want to buy a used car. So you buy this car, you look at it, everything's great. It's sold with a safety certificate, everything. You buy this car, and then you find out that there was some theft on the odometer. They rolled back the kilometers, the mileage, whatever, the miles are, false. It's a safety hazard. You drive it down the road and it decides to crash into a ditch because there's some brakes weren't changed, or maybe the axles kind of messed up on it and it's on its way out, but they kind of just do a fake safety and give you the car anyways. This would be considered illegal, and I know that because I myself bought a car that had a rolled back odometer. I bought it at like 130 some odd thousand kilometers, and it actually had 250,000 on it. So this became extremely illegal. I had to write letters to my specific province's vehicle ministry, and they threatened the car dealership with a lawsuit. Now you're probably wondering, how does this pertain to Activision? Well, if we go back to the false advertisement definition, it is illegal for a business of any type, solopreneur or whatever, small business, large corporation, nonprofit, to purposely publish an ad that is false or contains untrue, misleading, or otherwise deceptive statements or claims. Now, if you're selling a full-priced game and you say it provides multiplayer, you're not actually lying because it does provide multiplayer, but it is a pretty deceptive claim to say that it has multiplayer that actually works properly. simply because you go to play the game and these exploits are not made aware to the player base. So if you're just somebody who's a casual that wants to play the older Call of Duty games, you're going to be playing a game that could potentially expose you to fraud and malware. This is where the problem comes in. You can strike down SM2, you could strike down Xlabs, you could strike down Plutonium. You could do that for your heart's content because it is illegal. But it's also illegal to falsely advertise that this game comes with a multiplayer that is deemed, I guess, automatically assumed that it's functional. And it does work to a degree, but it has very, very bad security risks. And the simple fact is, Activision are also scumbags for doing this too. And these third-party clients such as Xlabs and Plutonium provide you with extra layers of protection against these game code exploits because Activision refuses to fix these issues. So just let that sink in, maybe look at it from another perspective. That's pretty much all I got for you guys today. I think I did a pretty good job explaining myself. Let me know if you guys have had your mind changed in the comment section below. If you did like the video, make sure to share this with your friends, subscribe, turn notifications on so you never miss when I upload a video, comment for the algorithm, and I catch everybody in the next one.